Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm back with yet another Legacy League stream. Starting kind of late today, so probably only one league, but let's see what we do with Goblins. I got a new webcam. It's got all set up. Um, from what I can tell, it looks pretty good, so hopefully people enjoy that. Got some production quality boost. I think we're just gonna run the list that I ran on the Saturday or Sunday stream. The bolts have been pretty good. Liked the pile drivers. I could see trimming a pile driver for a crater maker or war marshal pretty easily. It's all kind of a close call between those slots. But I really like having like the game one pile drivers to be proactive. So we're just gonna hop right in here. So many pixels. Hope they're not too visible. Yeah, it's definitely it looks nicer, I think. What I hope to set up, I gotta figure out how to like mount it from like a top-down view at some point, so I can do. I kind of want to do one of those paper webcam events. Legacy Pit said they'd like to have me on at some point, so I'd like to figure out how to set that up. All right, first match of the day. Ooh, this hand's kind of close actually. I don't hate this hand. It's bad against someone with a very proactive start, but all this mana denial, I'm gonna give this a shot. Just weird. This is a weird keep, but we've got a cavern, so we can guarantee the ringleader like actually resolves, and we can stop the opponent from like doing anything for a long time. Question is, do I go Mire? Let's do Mountain. Doesn't bluff as much. But honestly, I kind of assume most people know I'm on Goblins anyway. So if this is a combo deck, this hand kind of sucks, but a lot of our hands do, right? Okay. Name Blood Sun. Okay. Interesting. Okay, Crater Maker's decent draw. I think I just port them. The reason to port them, I don't know what they're on. I might die if I don't port them. I don't know why they would name Blood Sun though, with the Cabal Therapy. Like this, okay, I'm glad I ported them. Ooh, that's really good. We should continue to port. We'll just play off curve. We can just Crater Maker plus port next turn, then War Chief plus port. It's tempting to like go for the one-turn window and slam War Chief there, but since they're missing a land drop. Okay, I found a land. Okay. They're stone writing themselves to get my ringleader, which I wasn't planning on casting for a little while anyway. So that's fine. So this could be Nickfit or Hogaak. I'm leaning towards Hogaak, but I'm not sure. Bloodsun's a really weird Cabal Therapy name. Alright, it's Hogaak. That was an excellent draw. I'm the War Chief, though. Yeah. Yeah, Bloodsun would not be particularly effective. I guess they were just naming a card they thought was there. Discard more bridges. Makes sense. Deckless Command is not set up. I guess, actually, if you exclamation point Deckless, no, I think that gives you Turbo Muxus. Stitcher's Supplier, yeah. Yeah, alright, so it's out of date. That was a good draw, alright. It's just the classic Goblins. Let's get those bridges out of here. Alright, so the 6-lander Ringleader hand worked out. It's kind of funny. Mana Denial's good. Alright, so Hogaak. These. And then forget what I've been doing. So let's see what we cut first. Trim a port because we're boarding in so many lands. This. Okay, like Bolt. Bolt's just better than Blast on the draw for the most part. We'll trim one Piledriver. And then there's an argument of trimming Muxus. I like having... It's close, though. Cut the last Ringleader. That's fine. Basically boarding in Grave Hate and Fast Removal. Okay. This second Caracas is kind of shit, but this hand's pretty reasonable. It doesn't have a red source. If we top deck a Bolt, then we can just pitch the Bolt to Pyrokinesis. Mulligan to 5. So with Caracas, there's not that much that they can do that we're very scared of. Okay. Alright, there's a red source. I didn't draw a red card though, so do I just hold the pyrokinesis? I think I am. With the Crocus in hand, the only way I'm going to lose is the fast beatdown. It's not like this lackey has any targets right now anyway. Alright, so no Force of Vigor. Oh, that's kind of a problem. Looks like they don't have a land though. Okay. Okay. Hmm. Exile of Engine. Hmm. I want to port them because I missed a land drop. But I also want to be able to pyrokinesis. Like there's an option of pyrokinesis now and pop the relic. So I eat double bridge. And then I play. So am I pitching lackey or am I pitching bolt? I'm probably pitching bolt. So I'll play Cavern. Is there a reason I have to do this right now, actually? I don't think there is. I can't get Hogaak into play yet. Okay. Um. Yeah, it's just like. So do I wait for my draw step here? Because I can still port plus pop relic. Draw matron is pretty rough though. I think I just do it. So it's because I have to pop the relic because there's 2 bridges in the yard already. So that's the reason to not wait. Oh wow, that didn't do anything. Okay. I do get to refill the yard. Hogaak. Harbor. Nothing else. Okay. So not really punished. Oh, it just seems kind of like a wash. I wouldn't have pitched either of the goblins. I would have pitched the bolt anyway. That's pretty rude. I can't cast this Chain Whirler, so I'm going to put it into play. Also just doubles the clock. Jeez. Opponent seems fairly dead. Yeah. Alright, well, really mana screwed them out of that game. The relics were good. Normally Relic's a little too slow against Hogaak, but Relic in combination with Caracas makes it a lot better. Funky Monkey. This hand's solid. I quite like this hand. Double 1-drop. We got a Cavern for one of them. We got a red source. I wish this was a basic mountain. Is like the only complaint I have. This hand would kill on turn 3 on the play. I don't think I'm going to go for that, though. Goes to 6. I kind of wanted to cut a fetch for 4th mountain was like an idea I had. I don't know if I actually like that. I miss 4 basics. I don't think it's necessary, but I do miss it. I think this hand is going to lead on Vile. I'm on the draw. It gets the jump home online faster, in a sense. Like turn 1 Vile, turn 2 Piledriver, plus Lackey, and then turn 3. Oh, once upon a time, in your upkeep. Okay. It's depths. Feels like depths. Oh, the Elves. Green Sun for 0. Alright, it's probably Elves. Ooh. Hmm. Hmm. Could also be Maverick. Maybe because it could also be Maverick, I'm gonna lead on Cavern. So if I wasteland the Dryad Arbor, then if they have a 2-draw, I don't know, it just seems pretty bad. It's just wasteland on the draw against the Tarwin Arbor. This hand would be pretty nuts on the play. Gets this. Go Cavern Lackey, jump home your Arbor, drop Slingang. Yeah. Yeah, John, that's what I'm thinking as well. It definitely could be Black Splash Maverick. I agree, Elves is more likely, though. Okay, it's Elves. Heritage. Symbiote. Oh boy. I think I just Wasteland one of the Arbors. Rather than Jump Palming Symbiote. I think I'll Jump Palm Symbiote next turn and swing with Lackey. Got 3 cards left. So we can Jump Palm the Symbiote and then hopefully trade Lackey with one of the Elves. It's gonna trade with the Arbor, but that does kind of like Stone Rain them. Well, in terms of turns, not value. They block bounce with the Arbor, sets him back a turn. Oh boy. Okay. 5 mana, 6 to activate. Okay. So then, they're just gonna pump the team? Sure. Munitions expert would be ideal. Actually, the Pyrokinesis I have in my deck is ideal. Alright, let's take out the Symbiote, unfortunately. Yeah, I've got a main deck Pyro. Really? Interesting. Okay. We might unexpectedly kill them next turn. It's annoying. They're getting really aggressive. Okay. So 0 cards. Matron, Prospector. This taps for 4, 5. Untap target creature. Untap the Arbor. We can still make them trade. A bunch of stuff. Because they can, so tap for 4, tap, untap, but they have to bounce one of their elves. So they'll only have 1 5/5. 2, 4, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So they can block the War Chief with the 5/5, take 10. Yeah, they'll take 10. But then they are bouncing the Heritage Druid back to their hand. That's fine. Kind of sucks to lose the War Chief. Oh. Oh, right. Okay. Can only attack with one elf this turn, so this isn't that scary. Well, tell me you top deck Natural Order. Okay. Chain Whirler, Matron, Pyrokinesis. I want the option to Matron for Chain Whirler, so I think I leave Violet 3. Thraben you with the raid. Hey, Phil. Welcome, everyone. Port. That's actually not bad. We are in match 2 of this league. We're 1-0. Appreciate everyone coming through. We're in an interesting spot. Attack like this. So they do the block bounce thing. No, I'm on 2 War Marshal. I'm on 2 War Marshal. They still can't kill me. I hold back a token to chump with. They can attack with 3 5/5s. Is that possible for them to attack with 3 5/5s? If we port the Cradle, they activate. Yeah, I think I'll hold back a token. Okay, that's good for me. I guess I'll play this Vial. This port was very good. Okay. We can now Matron for Whirler. I'm gonna go to 4. Fortunate. Just same line. Oh, they forgot the second Harbor was dead. All right. Cool. Getting game 1 from Oh, okay. That would have ended the game on the spot as a top deck, and they had almost no way to kill me next turn unless they top deck Natural Order, I guess. But then it's wait, that might not even be enough because then they have to tap Arbor. Or no, they tap this 3 Elves. Might be enough. I'm not sure. All right, got game 1 against Elves. That's sick. Got Cage, got Needle, 2 bolts, Chief of Vial. Mux is a little hard to get into play. Needle, I guess. If there are multiple Allosaurus shepherds, then Needle's pretty good. Shave this second to last ringleader. Yeah. Could see an argument to cut third Piledriver over the second over the second ringleader, but this is a bolt, but nothing else. This is double Wasteland Needle. Opponent keeps 7. This hand's pretty bad. Double Wasteland's pretty good though. We'll try it. I'm not optimistic, but double Wasteland. We gotta live to turn 4, basically. Okay. Oh, we found our target for Needle. Okay, that's cool. Don't think there's a world where I would double Wasteland next turn, so. At least we got a red source. We want to get a red sources in play early because of Chain Whirler. Torrent Symbiote's not one of their scarier starts. No mana accelerant. Okay. Okay. That was a good draw. Okay, so we're gonna Needle before playing the Wasteland. We'll Needle the Quirion Ranger. And then Wasteland the Dryad Arbor. Oh boy. Okay. Okay, but that's all they can do, so they just cycled Glimpse. Then we can Wasteland Cradle, Spirit the Symbiote. Okay. Now we're 2 turns away from Chain Whirler. 1 turn if we draw a Skirk. This Needle's very good. Right. 3 mana. I'd love a Pyrokinesis or a Cage. Green Sun for another Visionary, maybe? Might need to Matron for Expert to kill that Heritage Druid. That's scary. Super dead? Not super dead. Okay. I don't know why they would not just play it. Oh, they want to get the Arbor, okay. Chain Whirler. Pretty bad draw. Could get Jump. I guess I should get Jump Palm if I'm getting a removal spell for the Heritage Druid. feel like they signaled that they don't have a natural order in their hand, because if they did, they could just made 3 mana, played their land, natural order Progenitus. So in that case, I think I mean, we can get Jump Home and like try to hit something in the next 2 draws because the Jump Home would draw a card. But I do think this is like the play to win play. Got 2 cards, and I'm fairly confident that one of them's not natural order. Okay. Second Cradle. Okay. Could have done that last turn. I'm confused, but okay. Maybe they drew it. Maybe they don't have Progenitus. I don't know. I think we'll do the same on the play. There's an argument the second Muxus comes in, but it's really expensive. I only have 2 Pyros instead of 3. Oh, wow. This hand of red source would be pretty good. It'd be okay. This is a hand. Let's put back the War Chief. Yeah, this hand's pretty good. I will definitely expert a Dryad Arbor. Oh. Rude. It's like the one card I can't kill. Alright. If I had a 3rd red source, that's pretty cool. I will snap this off. So fast. Okay. Okay. I have myself a Chain Whirler. Okay. Wow, it's a good draw too. I gotta take some weird lines to not die to natural order Progenitus here, unfortunately. What? Blocking? Alright, Alright, I'm gonna do this. Because I have the second one. Pitch the Pashlik Mons. I don't really want to, But it doesn't do anything right now. I don't have a sack outlet. Yeah. So I'm doing this to avoid land, natural order progenitus, kill you. I feel comfortable doing it because I have second kinesis. Port would be really nice. Any red card's good though. Like literally any red card. So I can still have 2 removal spells because right now I only really have 1. Second Arbor, you say. Right? Ooh, nice. Yeah, I'll jump home that. Alright, Lackey's getting pitched. Got 4 turn, I think that's okay. Oh, nice. Glad the webcam looks good. Okay. No more Arbors is a big deal. War Chief's really good. Now I think I can race a Progenitus. Got Decay, maybe? It's like it. Yep. Okay. I think I should do this. So they can go land and a 1-drop. Okay, Heritage, sure. That's a good draw too. Let's take out that this one was in your hand, yeah. Let's take out that symbiote. Go to 3. I don't want them to be able to block bounce the Heritage. Save themselves 3 damage. Green Sun for metal. They can go off and kill me, that'd be pretty impressive. Oh, Korean Ranger, okay. Both their arbors were gone. Visionary, okay. They're grinding pretty well. You're fine. 20% more wall, yeah. $1080p wall, yeah. So best draw here. Cage still probably. That's kind of scary. Green Sun for Symbiote. Oh, their last card better not be friggin' natural order. I guess another expert would be really good. Yeah, so we're looking for Cage, Expert. Only got one Expert left, though. Used our Gem Palm. Ooh. Oh, I pitched my Pashlik. Fuck. Can I get Sling Gang and kill them? So Prospector, tap, sack. I think I can, right? Prospector. This happening no matter what. My 1 mana off? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, I have 7 mana. Yeah, I have exactly enough. Alright, GG's about it. Oof. Alright. Skirk bailed us out. So yeah, if I did, so I guess the 2 Skirks were live draws. Expert was not. So I'd attack. And then they block bounce the, because either the Heritage Druid or the Barbarian Ranger gets them to 4 mana. I pitched my Pashlik Mons. Cage. Cage would do it. A whole lot else. Yeah, we got pretty lucky there. We had quite a solid hand. Obviously, like, the fact that it was very close shows like the resiliency of Elves, right? We Pyrokinesis them twice, but it was never card advantage, right? It was always a 2 for 2. So Elves can force you to Pyrokinesis at awkward times so you don't die to natural order. So the fact that I Kinesis to the Dryad Arbor by itself saved me, I think. I think that's an easy play to miss. It's just like be aware of what their outs are. All right, clash back. The draw here. It's hand. It's slow. But has a vial and 3 lands, so I'm not gonna mulligan it because it draws out pretty well, but it's not an exciting start, especially if a turn 1 vial gets countered. We just do nothing for like potentially the whole game. Fuck. This is not a hand you want against Delver. Alright, let's jam and hope they don't have it. Nice, one of the worst cards in the matchup. Cool. Can fetch an out player on Stifle. The blue-red Delver doesn't usually play Stifle. No days, no force, no days, no force, no days, no force. Oh my god. Okay. Can I get lucky and the Delver doesn't flip? Okay, they're gonna flip it. Alright, that's fine. I'm honestly happy with them not playing a 2-drop this turn. We have all the stabilization in the universe with double Sling Gang, but we need to get there. So we gotta live for 4 more turns. Against a turn 1 Delver that's flipping, not the easiest thing in the world. If we draw an Expert, I mean, Expert's gonna be pretty slow and counterable, because I guess we could like cast War Chief and then they might just let it resolve, do anything. Flipping Preordain, sure. Oh, did they miss a land? Or are they just playing a post-combat? Okay. We do have a main deck Kinesis. Okay, no second Delver. That's good news. So we're looking for bottom. Okay, looking for Lackey, Expert, War Marshal. Okay. I don't want to get the War Marshal countered. Yeah, War Marshal is especially great with this double Sling Gang. So they bottomed off the Preordains. Dreadhorde. Was this Ethereal? Oh, Anamorphous. Okay. When I cast it last there, I didn't want them, because like we're gonna get to Violet and uncounterable next turn anyway, right? This means they have Gut Shot in their deck. Yeah. This is... looks like we're probably not gonna make it as far as living to Sling Gang goes. Fortunate. Skirk. I could attempt to play Sling Gang now. I think that's wrong though. I think I'm just gonna hold the Black Source in my hand. Anamorphose? Jeez. Right. That's 7. Like dead to double bolt. Or like maybe bolt gut shot kills us. We can play Sling Gang next turn. Okay. Yep. Bottom. Okay. If they chain lightning, we can throw it back at them. It's kind of cool. Kill the Delver. Okay. So they have bolt. We go to 1. Right? 6, 9, yeah. Alright. Probably super dead, but, you know. Top deck Piledriver might kill them. Bottom top. Ethereal Forager. Yeah, they could have that. Alright. Alright. I should have sacked on end step, since I'm not paying Echo here. Kinda whatever, but... Gonna bolt Prospector? Yeah. Okay. So we can no longer play around a daze. Alright, well. Hopefully they put those dazes away. Force, okay. Force pitch Brazen Borrower. That's fine. We kept a pretty slow hand. Sideboard's gonna be pretty nice for this, though. Just cut all the War Chiefs. Maybe we'll leave 1. Chainroller's not amazing in this matchup against this version. I don't know if they might play Pyromancer. I should probably leave it in. Yeah, we can cut War Chief. I mean, I've played this for a long time. This build has been good, though. A lot of 4-1s. I only played Turbomuxus once, and it was pretty good, too. Just really not my style. The thing we have to watch out against this blue-red Delver version is they do play Gut Shot, which is a huge pain in the ass as far as like getting Munitions Expert online and stuff. But Pyroblast is way better against this version. Because like almost all their threats are blue. Bogey. They may or may not play Wasteland. I think I'm just gonna get Basic Mountain anyway. Okay. Bolt. Sure. Okay, land is nice. Just gonna do this. They force this, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, I think the good Turbo Muxus decks are the ones that look more like Red Stompy. No, stop it with your lightning bolts. Right. I don't think this version is going to be playing Stifle if they're playing like Manamorphose and a million Prowess things. The Cody Hope, the raid. Here, Cody. Welcome, everyone. We're 2-0 in this Goblins League. We're down a game against Blue-Red Delver. Our first time was just a little too slow. Manamorphose. Sure. So far, they've been able to ignore Wasteland. Maybe the Wasteland was bad. I don't know. It seemed good, though. Forcing them to have Bolt on the spot. Oh, fuck, I should have Pyre Blasted that. Feel dumb now. I got distracted. So we give him a free Scry too, because I am just going to blast this at the end of turn. We give him a free Scry. Kind of unfortunate. I'm going to let the Scry resolve, because they're going to play as if the thing is... going to be in play. Best draw is Cavern. Oof. Wish I didn't wasteland them now. What'd they do with the Scry? Top, bottom. Alright. More Manamorphoses? Sure. Another one? Really wish I blasted the first one correctly. There's no real way to tell if that matters, but... Top. Hate to see it. Let's see what I draw. Cavern. Okay, file. Pitch Ringleader. They don't have yet more threats. Okay. Bolt, really good draw. Cavern, best draw. We were at 19 on turn 5 against the Prowess deck, so it can't be that bad, right? Really wish one of those Lankies got to get in there, though. Wastelanding them turned out to be pretty bad. Should have done that. Okay. It's definitely the least scary threat. Another one? Okay. Cavern, please. Okay. Yeah, I think Wastelanding him was bad. I didn't have other sources of mana, and I need, like, if this Matron had gotten into play a bunch of turns ago, this would have been a lot easier. And there's also a world where if I didn't Wasteland them, then they just... God, they have another fucking Stormwing entity? Fuck's sake. Just infinite threats. Alright, these are the Delver draws that are really hard to beat. Just 6 creatures, turn 6. Cavern. Terramander. I don't think they're playing Terramander in this. Alright, probably dead here. All realism. Yeah, that Wasteland was really bad by me, I think. Because so if I didn't Wasteland them, they might have just played the Stormwing entity and then the Pyrolast gets them. I just sat here and I did nothing this game other than kill a few things and play a lackey or 2 lackeys. That was it. Like, we had a good hand. I used it badly, I think. Wasteland cost me a ton. This Patron's been in my hand since the beginning. I'm probably dead here. 7, 10, literally dead to bolt. I guess they've used 2 bolts, but I'd be surprised if they didn't have one. Alright, well, I guess we can cycle Incinerator and hope. Hit Kinesis. Okay. Snuff Out reasonable against Delver? No. What? Why would I play Snuff Out? For fuck's sake. Alright, we would have drawn out of it in a couple of turns, but I used that Wasteland pretty badly, and that cost me the game. Also, we kept a really slow hand. Game 1. It was arguably a mulligan. It was like Vile 3 lands and 3 4-drops. Like, why? I don't understand why I would ever play Snuff Out. There's way better free removal spells like Pyrokinesis. And Snuff Out, you need to swamp, right? I don't want to fetch out bad lands against Delver if I can help it. Oh, in general. Okay. Still seems worse than most other removal spells, right? Like, what are the conditions that force you to want Snuff Out over, like, Dismember, Eliminate, Fatal Push? Because that could have gone better, but happens. Keep slow hands against Prowess decks, then also misidentify how you're supposed to use your Wasteland. Stuff like Uro Goyf is harder to daze. Push seems better always. I guess push doesn't kill Stormwing entity. Well, like, 4 life is so much. So much. If they, like, counter it, you just, like, wrecked yourself. Here, Mario. I would not want Snuff Out. On the play here. Okay, kind of a similar hand, but as the game 1 of last round, but we got double Vial. Got double Cavern, which means that these things are going to resolve one way or another. Thanks for Mario. Get the birthday present of the high definition camera. Yeah, the stream's production quality now, right? Nice thing about this hand is it really ignores counterspells very well. Unless it's like double force into multiple wastelands. But it's good against everything else. All other form of counter magic. Definitely a little slow though to get going. Opponent keeps 7. Oh, great. See, this is the deck I've just been like ignoring its existence. Do I jam? Bio, I think I do. It's kind of bad against a discard spell, I guess. Something to think about a little bit more, I guess. Reanimator kept 7, so I can't imagine either pile's going to matter, though. Man, we're pretty boned in this matchup. Dark Ritual. Oh, Thoughtseize, okay. Oh, Thoughtseize themselves. Okay. Okay, so this is why I didn't wait. Because okay, so their hand is Chancellor and a Dark Ritual. Oh, lackey. Yeah, so waiting would have gotten punished, so okay. If we just go land, we can race this pretty easily. Draw a lackey. Okay, step 1. I think I will cycle jump home. I cut chalices for bolts. Don't Thoughtseize me. Unmask, for fuck's sake. Okay. Dark Ritual, alright. Take Ringleader. That seems incorrect. Okay, so I could try to just spike the land naturally, but I think I should cycle jump home here because it's better if I hit lackey. And if I miss the land, I really, really will wish I... Alright. Land. Nice. I could Ringleader. I should Sling Gang here because it's 3, 4, 5. We're a little bit short. DK, yeah. I'm just really scared of getting discard spelled again. Pay, no. Battle. Let's leave the vial on 2. We can deal 5 the Chancellor, so not quite enough. Praise Cavern. Praise Cavern. Expert War Marshal. War Marshal's very good. DK. Donkey Kong. He's the leader of the one. You know he is finally back to kick some tail. Ow. Yeah, beating Reanimator without Crocus, yeah. Turns out 4-6. Not that good. They're just dead. Literally just dead. Don't even need to kill the Chancellor. I will, but I don't have to. Yeah, very, very easy matchup. Man, Reanimator should really find some better cards to put in rather than Chancellor next. That card is just not very good. Oh, I could have lethaled them with Munitions Expert. What a punt. Pokemon, that is adorable. That is honestly adorable. All right. All right, let's go on Operation Cheese them. Board in 12 cards. I like leaving in one Munitions Expert in the deck because of Exhume. I kind of like leaving in 2 because of Muxus flips. Let's shave Crittermaker? Sure. Bolt's not the best first Reanimator. It's true. But it's better than a lot of other cards. Yeah, I haven't updated Cardboard Live. I think this is a keep. Did they mulligan 6? We got Mindbreak Trap and Crocus and Lackey. I feel like this is a keep. We also have Cavern Lackey. Okay. Looting. All right. Oh. Top deck Cage. Let's go. Bristlebrand in the bin. Needle would actually be probably my best draw. No dice. All right, Cavern's not relevant anymore, so we'll just fetch freely. Okay. That'll reanimate, and then we Mind Break Trap. Oh my god, we're gonna get him. What? Okay. Why not Caracas? Because I guess I should get the Caracas in play now in case of Children of Corliss stuff. I'm not really playing around my Break Trap. Also, no, I've got no. It's fine. Playing out the Crocus does decrease my clock. Flashback looting. Okay. Thought Season Tomb. At all. Oh my god, stop playing around my Break Trap, opponent. It's cheating. Oh, that was good. That was a very strong hit, actually. because now Reanimate can't be cast. They just can't find Reanimation spell, I guess. Yeah, Reanimate literally kills him. We can just sack our stuff. Okay. Wow. They are digging. Okay. All right. Sure. That counts as a win, I guess. Ooh, he's trying. 4 Reverent Silence in hand, yeah. Well, we 2-0'd Reanimator. Sure. Yeah, that's pretty unlucky. But we were unlucky in that we never got to cast the Mindbreak Trap, right? So if they did actually have it, they would have walked into it, which is pretty funny. I mean, even if they had Exhume, they can draw 7 once. No. Yeah, if they have Exhume... No. Actually, I don't think they have outs there, because if they cast Exhume, then we sack a Goblin. We can kill them if they cast Exhume. A solid hand. Animate dead. They could go to 1. Okay. Shuffle. First game's hand wouldn't even beat a draft deck. Imagine trying to beat Goblin. Alright, they didn't shuffle, so I'm not going to wasteland them, as tempting as it is. Piledriver's nice pickup, most likely. Okay, Vow resolves against the blue deck. This makes me think it's Storm. It could be Doomsday or Storm. Turok. Come on, those are my 2 best cards. I fucking hate him. God damn it. Alright. Should I play the Crater Maker here, actually? I could play Baleful Strix. The Crater Maker hits for 1 more. And Violin the Piledriver next turn. I guess this, yeah, I like sandbagging the Piledriver. Is this just like Grixis control? Four-color Loam does not play these cards. Is this like a bug deck? God, him hitting both Wasteland and Ringleaders. Such a bummer. I would love a port. Shuffles, okay. Wasteland. War Chief would push a lot of damage. Might decay my Vial. Nope, okay. Hey, there's Ringleader. Shardless in this economy. I'm gonna assume there isn't Wasteland in their deck. And if there is, they're gonna hit the cavern first anyway. So what we get here, we get War Chief. Because we can go War Chief into Ringleader. That's just like a bazillion damage off Piledriver. I might try to cast Oko next turn. Do nothing with the mana. Okay. Drop. There's an Oko. Make a food. Okay. Opponent, I think I have bad news for you. Alright, so we're going to attempt to play around Fatal Push. Ooh. That's interesting. I think I still Ringleader. Lepog. Thanks for the sub, Silnox. So it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Oh wow, those were some hits. All right. I think we kill Oko with these guys and swing face with the rest, because if they want to save Oko, then they take 10, and then they die to Sling Gang. They'll go to 7, they'll go to 8, they'll go to 6. I think that makes sense. Okay, here's push. Let's see what they push. Don't they die if you attack everything face? Yeah, but then if they have push, they don't die. Okay, so they're saving Oko. Okay. We have a deluge. No. That's why Piledriver is a good Magic card. It's really good at punishing tapping out for Oko. I mean, they're in like a really awkward bind there. They either lose their Oko or they lose a million life. Oh, wow. Wait, is that Jace like... Is Jace cropped weird? It's like off-centered. I'm not crazy, right? Yo, JPR, thanks for the raid. We're 3-1. I am confused. Took a step to the left. How'd your stream go, man? Oh wow, they're just giga dead. Okay. This. And then we do this. Abysmal 1-4. Rough. Oh, JP. Oh, that's J. Ah, okay. All right. Bug control. Red Elemental Blast seems good. Relic seems good. You Goblins with the Twitch Prime sub, thank you so much. Appreciate your support. So we can expect Plague Engineer. Saw him. Walked Airplane, thanks for the follow as well. I think I'm gonna board in 1 bolt. Board out the Pyrokinesis. Cut Prospectors. And turn 1 Nike with the Twitch, or actually just regular tier 1 sub. Thanks so much, man. Appreciate you as always. you're not already, if you're following me for Goblins content, you should also follow JPR Tomanlaki. He was the OG Goblins streamer. He's kind of picked it back up. I think we bored out one lackey. And then last cut. War Marshal's really good against these decks except for Plague Engineer, so it's like just trim second lackey on the draw, to be honest. This game's probably going to go pretty long. Still have 11 1-drops. Only 6 proactive ones. I guess Relic you can play out early. JPR is definitely unluckier than I am. I wish this was a lackey, I will say. Why not keep 7? This hand plays Magic. Guess I'll probably play Thoughtseize, but alright. This hand's pretty good against a Plague Engineer. Third land is very good. Gonna hit me on turn 2. Just try to hit both my lands, make me a sad, sad boy. Alright. I gotta run to the bathroom real quick. Be right back, everyone. Alright, I'm back. Wow, I got a hype train. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Never had one of those. Turn like his superior music selection. Yeah. JPR has higher quality memes by a mile. That is absolutely true. Him? Okay, please don't hit my lands. Alright, I guess I asked nicely, so it worked. Kinda. Do I wasteland him? His hype train for one of his deaths multiple times in a row, yeah. So if they play Oko, plus this to 6, we can expert it down to 5, attack for 1, put it to 4, and bolt it down to 1, so it doesn't actually work. This. They didn't cantrip or anything. Who plays depths anyway? Losing both my proactive 2-drops there, I was kind of hoping it would hit. Okay, sure. I really want to be able to play good creature on that turn to start attacking. Plays depths anyway, yeah. They probably take Matron. Ooh, they don't have land. That wasteland. That wasteland, though. Ooh, Vile's a pretty nice draw. Alright, now I feel like we're in a decent spot here. Thought sees me all you like. I don't think I've Muxus yet this stream, actually. Kind of weird. But against Hogaak, just kind of got mana screwed both games. But against Reanimator, they just kind of had a shit draw. If I had a blast, I would blast that. Stifle, Okotor, Cow, you got all the bullshit. Okay, they shuffled and still didn't hit the land. That's pretty gas. I could flash in the expert here. Start hitting them. Kind of tempting. Like, what else is expert doing, most likely? I don't want to get the clock going. I have a bolt in hand. They've thought sees me twice. Alright, that is very far away, but you know. I guess Vile can go to 6. So we can say they're dead in 4 turns. Matron would be good. War Chief would be very good. Port is gross. So far, we've gotten 2 damage off this expert. Might eat a Fatal Push. Sure glad I decided to Blue Elemental Blast the Munitions expert. Oh, you'll love to see it. Alright, they found a land. File might get decayed now, which would be sad. Alright, second expert's not bad. Yeah. Bye, Vile Dreams. Oh, Brazen Borrower? Snapcaster. Sure. Target. Ponder. Alright. Gonna get some value off this expert. Opponent's playing a 2018 deck with Oko in it. Alright, got 1 turn left, opponent. That was a solid draw, too. So even if they manage to go land him, they're taking 4. Got a bolt. I mean, a push. Murderous Cut? I feel like it's the Pang Delve. Drown in the lock. Oh, it's Pro Blue! Pro Blue! Alright. Muxus to close, to end the stream here. Oh my god, and a Wasteland. The opponent's so fucking boned, but they're probably dead on this turn. War Chief. Aww. Aww. Alright, well, it's still a 3 out of 6. We bought another Muxus and a Pyroblast. Alright. So that turn we waste you. I guess we are probably paying Echo, so no need to shoot my own guy. Alright, well, opponent didn't really do anything. So we lost to Blue-Red Delver. We kept a really slow hand game 1, got punished for it. And then game 2, I misused a Wasteland that ended up costing me the game. We 2-0'd Hogaak. It's pretty cool. And a really close set versus Elves. Definitely a close one versus Elves. And then beat Reanimator somehow. And then Bug Control, which Goblins should pretty easily put in the dirt. Solid, less than 2 hour league. Lord Bourbon Jr., thank you for the follow. Thanks for everyone with the follows and the subs, ton of subs. Appreciate y'all. If you are interested in this deck list, you can go to the Patreon. I just did a big Cyber Guide update. I gotta add the Mirror and Turbo Muxus onto that. That's Cyborg's fairly intuitive, so. But I will add that tonight. I think everything else is on there. I've got big update. So the Piledriver. So let's think about the list. Piledriver was very good today, right? Clocked the fuck out of Bug Control. Gave us some outs against Blue-Red Delver that we didn't have in game 1, or that we didn't, we didn't draw the Piledriver. Against Elves, I still think it was useful in that it forced them to be block bouncing with a Wirewood when they didn't necessarily want to. Clocked Reanimator. Piledriver was great. War Chief was great, except for Delver. I'm pretty happy with this list. Quite happy, actually. Living Lightning. That's a cool card. These chests have been pretty shit lately, but... Pursued Whale. Okay. Big money. Gideon Jura. 100 currency. Wow. This is some grade A jank here. Photographer's Hawk. There's a Mockery. Alright, we've missed on every single one of these chests so far. Let's open something that's worth something. 35 play points, I guess. Alright, well, killed all the value from the league, but those are some rough chests. We were definitely down like 50%. Like in play points, we got like 50-ish play points. 55, like 60 play points, and nothing in cards, most likely. I don't know, maybe some of those cards are worth like a ticket. Yeah. Yeah, this list is good. Almost at 1800 again. So my loss. This was the 3-2. This was like just a stupid punt though, like just a big time dummy punt. But I think this is where I started playing this list. So it's been like 4-1, 3-2, 4-1, 4-1. And the 3-2, one of the losses just like a complete like meme play. So that's a pretty good showing for this list. Yeah, the Bolt's been good. I've been really happy with the Bolts against Delver. Like, really, really happy with them against Delver. Just having that 1 mana, unconditional, hard neutral. Like, the fact that, like, Pyrokinesis was always putting me down on cards versus Dreadhorde was really annoying. Unless you got the lucky, like, kill your unflipped Delver plus Arcanist. Like, that's pretty good. Because then you're trading 2 for 2 for 0 mana versus Delver, which is always what you want. But getting to 1 for 1 the Arcanist for 1 mana 100, 1800 blocked. Yeah, the Bolt's been good, and then it's just like, I think Pokemoki's deck is actually a kind of good example of why Bolt is good now, where I didn't like it before. Where before, all the Arcanist decks, you also, like Pyrokinesis was like the best card against all of them. So Bolt was always like kind of just worse than an additional copy of Pyrokinesis. But because there are now some Arcanist decks that you don't want Pyrokinesis against, such as Pokemoki's deck, that equation has changed. Bone Crusher is a better anti-Plague Engineer card. Like, Bone Crusher is pretty nice out of the sideboard against like Snow with Plague Engineer, because it's a value card that's also a threat. It's good. I think I do have like weird memories of Bone Crusher being very good against lands randomly, because it's really painful to Punishing Fire it, because it's like a 4/3. Like, they took 4 and then they took 4 more trying to Punishing Fire it twice, and that was just like so much damage. But Bone Crusher is better against like Death and Taxes, decks, Plague Engineer decks in general, Mother of Runes decks, True Name decks. Bone Crusher is very solid. I quite like Bone Crusher. But I think right now 3 toughness is just so relevant because of Dreadhorde. Also killing Elks. So like against Snow, if they're boarding in like 3 engineers. So against Snow, I'm doing... I really like... The relics were good too today. Worth remembering. So I like these 6 against Snow, like generically. And then depending on what their build looks like, I'll do a Bolt, a Trash Master, or a Surgical, depending on kind of their overall construction. Like if they're really all in on Uro, and like if they're like 4 Sylvan Library, 4 Uro, like the older Snow lists are doing, then they're probably boarding the Surgical, because if you Surgical Uro, then their deck like really doesn't do anything. But if they've diversified into Sharks, then it's less good. So Bolt's just been very flexible. Also, Ninjas is a deck where X3s are relevant, because all the ninjas are... There's Eureka, which is a 1/3, and then there's Ingenious Infiltrator, which is a 2/3. So getting to pop that for 1 mana is quite nice. Yeah, I think 3rd Piledriver, it is very close between 3rd Piledriver and 3rd Cratermaker. Oh, there's a decision point I wanted to highlight, actually. In game 1 here. I don't think I emphasized it enough in the moment. I talked about it a little bit. I will say we did not mulligan much this league, which is always quite nice. We mulliganed a below average amount, I think. Yeah, so it's this turn. Well, Matron. So it's the decision between Cratermaker or Piledriver here. And I think... So Cratermaker pushes 1 more damage. On the following turn, because Piledriver will just attack for 1 no matter what, unless I draw specifically War Chief. Piledriver is better as a surprise in general. The other reason that I didn't think about in the moment, which actually I should, is the fact if you play Cratermaker here instead of Piledriver. If I go Piledriver and they play Oko, Elcure, Vial, I can't actually kill the Oko on 1 swing, because we're attacking for 4. But Cratermaker makes it so they can't do that. So that's another reason why the Cratermaker is better. I would like them to spend removal on this, and it pressures them in the short term slightly better. But importantly, that 1 point matters a lot, right? And the Matron allows me to construct a plan here where I'm going to violin. So even if I didn't draw the land, or if I did, so I draw a ringleader on the next turn. Yeah. So because I originally was going to draw or Matron for ringleader. Actually, I think if I didn't draw the ring, so say I didn't draw a land and I didn't draw ringleader, then I think I'm supposed to matron for matron. So then I can go turn 4 matron for war chief and attack for 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 11, 13, attack for 14. Right, because I'll be 2 matrons, a war chief, a crater maker, and a Piledriver. So matron for matron, then matron for war chief. That way I'm using all my mana every single turn, and I'm retaining as much optionality as possible. But since I drew the ringleader, the line becomes pretty clearly matron for war chief. And that doesn't really get punished by anything because if they... It would only get punished by like decay on Vial here into a Wrath effect, but even then it's not that bad because then I can untap, I can play war chief, attack, and then I need to answer the war chief or else I get to play the ringleader for 3 mana. Also, if I had played out the Crater Maker early, they may have pushed earlier. The fact that the Piledriver didn't get pushed, pretty huge. Because they just like could not beat this Piledriver. John the Lock, very bad against Goblin Piledriver. Yeah, and then they were just dead like a quadrillion ways. Even if they had like a main deck Veil here, we can actually vial in Slangang in response to Veil. Just drain them out. All right. I'm gonna call the stream there. Just a nice short 2-hour stream. Appreciate everyone tuned in. Appreciate all the support today. I entreat you to check out the Patreon. Oh, 23 and 24 lands. Oh yeah, I can answer some questions. So difference between 23 and 24 lands. I've been a huge 24 land Goblins guy for a long time. I think there's a couple things about this build in particular that makes me comfortable with 23. There's also the nature of the format that I think is pushing me back towards 23. I think right now you get really punished for flooding out. You have to be doing stuff every turn. And so like I've felt like if I flood out, I lose a lot. Because the games just don't last long enough for you to like draw your catch-up mechanics. Like Goblins has a lot of ways to recover from flood, be it Matron, Ringleader, Muxus, are all very good ways of doing that. But the format isn't conducive to that, right? But there's a couple of things that let you get away with one less land here. Is I think I noticed this when we moved into Muxus and started playing Double Prospector. Goblins are mana a lot of the time, right? So if you have a Prospector, getting clogged up with spells and not that many lands isn't as big a deal, right? So Double Prospector is a factor. Triple War Chief is a factor in that you just need fewer. Like if you get to 3 lands and you have a War Chief, you can do most things. Like that enables most of your lines of like whether it's Matron for Piledriver, whether it's cast Ringleader, cast Slangang, that sort of stuff. But, and the other big part, so the 24th land slot is getting taken by this Pyrokinesis. So the Pyrokinesis being a free spell effectively lowers your curve, because if you ever run like 2 lands and you draw your Pyrokinesis and you're like, if this was a Karakas, would you be better or not at functioning? So it kind of depends on the matchup, right? It's like in some decks you really want to be able to, cast your Matron there or whatever, but sometimes Pyrokinesis is like such a high impact card that you can just kind of blow the game wide open because it's not a land. And also Pyrokinesis works worse when you're flooding, right? Because you want an abundance of red cards to pitch. You don't want to have a hand of like 4 lands and then like a Matron and a Pyrokinesis, because then that's like, I really want to cast this Matron. I don't want to pitch anything to it. I don't want to pitch it to Pyrokinesis, but you might have to like survive. So Pyrokinesis allows you to run a little bit lower on the lands. And also there's 2 lands in the sideboard. So if there's ever a matchup where you just like, I just need more lands, you can always just board in up to 25. So that's always an option. So I just started playing Legacy. Playing Goblins doing pretty well. Nice. Can you elaborate on Relic Progenitors versus other graveyard hate like Crypt or Leyline? And Legacy sideboarding still feels foreign as fuck to me. So Relic. All right, so there's like a couple different good graveyard hate cards, or like playable ones. So there's Leyline of the Void, Surgical Extraction, Torment's Crypt, Grafter's Cage, Relic Progenitus, and then like Soul Guide Lantern is like kind of the 6th kind of in between Crypt and Relic. And if you kind of rank them on like speed, well, there's kind of two axes of like speed, as in how easy they are to deploy. So like the fastest is obviously Leyline, and then Surgical, then Crypt, and then Cage, and then Relic is the slowest. But then there's also the like axis of deck building cost. So like Leyline is the highest deck building cost. Then Cage, because it interferes with us slightly. So I guess deck building cost maybe isn't the right way to put it. So flexibility. So Leyline you can only really board in like the matchups where you're willing to like mulligan for it. And it's super high impact. You don't want to board in Leyline against a deck that like uses its graveyard a bit, or like has like 4 graveyard using cards or whatever, because there's a decent chance that they'll just, especially with the blue deck, they'll just mulligan, or they'll just brainstorm away the cards that get neutered by Leyline, and then you'll just be down a card the whole game basically. And you'll be drawing your Leylines in the mid to late game, and then also putting yourself down on cards that way. So Leyline is a super high deck building cost and is really low flexibility. Surgical is somewhat flexible, but it's also very easy to overboard. 2 traps right here. Torment's Crypt is a little narrow. It's only really good against like Ant, Reanimator, lands. That's about it. I mean, it's 4 traps. Yeah, you're right, Tom. So the reason I like Relic right now is that Relic is the best graveyard, anti-graveyard card for fair matchups, because it cycles when it's used. So it's often card neutral or card advantage, in the sense of like, if you exile their Uro and then draw a card, like that's a really good exchange. And its passive ability has relevance against a lot of decks. So I really like Relic right now against Snowco, against Punishing Dak, against Rug Delver. Relic is also specifically the only graveyard hate card that's actually good against Tarmogoyf, because you basically try to set up situations where you put damage on the Goyf and then you pop Relic and it dies to state-based effects. Similar stuff can work against Knight of the Reliquary. Like, you don't really want to board in Tormod's Crypt against Knight decks, because it's so mopey most of the time. Relic is so value-driven. Spellbomb's another one. I've only got 9 black sources. It's not going to be I value the tap ability on Relic, honestly, because against Snoko, you can just let the Relic sit and play for a little while, and then just passively, if you play it early on, it makes the Uro difficult to escape in the first place, so you can just chill on your activation. So I like Relic for that purpose. Relic is also the best secondary hate against Reanimator, I will say, because you can target yourself. So if you've like disrupted them in the first place, so like say you like, you mind break trapped their first reanimation spell, or you had Caracas or whatever. If you have Relic, you can protect your own graveyard, because what a lot of Reanimator players will start doing is trying to animate the stuff in your graveyard that they've gotten with discard spells, and Relic can always just target yourself and then exile it in response, and then fizzle the whatever, like fizzle the Reanimate or the Animate Dead. So it's really good secondary hate. It's quite slow against Reanimator in general, but if you have something to stop them first, like the Surgical or the Caracas, then the Relic is really good backup. I hope that answers your question. I feel comfortable 2 Mogwai Marshals when leading on Prospector. Yeah, I mean, I would not mind. I would not mind a 3rd Mogwai Marshal, that's for sure. But it's more of, I'm just hedging against Plague, more than anything. I do love me some Mogwai Marshal, because it does make the deck run better. But I really value just like getting the clock on right now. I really like getting under the control decks a lot of the time. Pro Blue's very relevant. Yeah, so the deck functions fine with 2. 3 is a luxury. I'll put it that way. Airwave, thanks for the follow. 3 is a luxury that we don't necessarily have right now. So when Goblins is being targeted more aggressively in the metagame, which people are actually playing like cards like, oh, I'm going to play this because Goblins is popular, Mogwai Marshal gets a little bit worse because it's such an auxiliary effect. So when people are trying to disrupt the synergies of the cards, I don't know, that's not really the best way to put it. The way people attack Goblins is by playing 1/1 hate, and so just playing fewer X1s just makes you less vulnerable to the types of cards that people play. And cards like Piledriver make their basically makes their sideboard hate less effective because you're more likely to punk them out of a game with a sudden driver hit. So yeah, Skirk is a little worse, a little less consistent. But I think that's okay. Oh, the other thing about Piledriver gets tangentially better because of the main deck Pyrokinesis. Like, the thing that Piledriver sucks against is when it gets stonewalled by a bunch of creatures. But with a main deck Pyro, you could just go, like, kill your blockers, swing for 9 or whatever. And that's off relatively, just a couple of goblins, and then you just like, oh, Pyrokinesis your board, kill you, kind of thing. The weird thing about Pyrokinesis, it makes evaluating hands difficult in the blind. If you don't know what your opponent's on, you have a Pyrokinesis in your hand, and you're just like, this is either insane or really bad. But I think in the context of the format, there are very few decks where Pyrokinesis is stone cold blank. Like, even against Snow, taking out like Coatl plus Elk is fine. You can pitch like a Prospector or some creature that isn't normally useful in the matchup. Catch them off guard. So like the only matchups where it's truly going to be dead is like lands, Sneak and Show, Storm. There aren't that many creatureless decks. Even lands plays Reclaimer somewhat often main deck now, so like you might just get to line that up, and that'll be randomly good, because usually you have an abundance of cards in hand against lands anyway, because you're getting wastelanded and stuff, so you're usually just trying to get cards out of your hand anyway. So like, it's rarely going to be like a complete dead card. I board in Pyrokinesis against the Karn Echo decks, because all of their relevant threats that are not Planeswalkers are X4s. It's Sai and Urza. Pyrokinesis is very good against that deck, actually. Because if you clear the board of the X4s, then you can attack the Planeswalkers. Even just like, you know, like think of it with turn 1 Emery, and you have the Pyrokinesis, like, I'll snap that off like 100% of the time. It means they're not getting value from their Emery. And then you like, or if they go like turn 1, or you go turn 1 Lackey, they go turn 1 Emery, and then you Kinesis it, and then put it in a giant thing, and then board them or whatever, then you're massively ahead. I don't die to the token, no. It's pretty, it's Crater Makerable. Postboard is Trash Masterable. It's not that hard to Munitions Expert it. The thing about Urza that kills you is the fact that it generates a quadrillion mana over the course of a couple turns, and then it generates a bunch of cards as well. The mana production of Urza is what makes it good. Yeah, I'll Pyrokinesis Urza all the time. Very happy to. I've like Karakast Urza and Pyrokinesis the token before and gotten punished for it. I think I won the game, but it was like way closer than it should have been, so I think I should have done the other way around. Or rather just Pyrokinesis the Urza and let the token stick around for a little while. Goblins is very good at shattering stuff. It's just big stupid 1/4. But then there are some situations where I guess it's correct to Pyrokinesis the construct token, because if you have a Piledriver, then you can swing through the 1/4 blue creature for like potentially lethal. But yeah, it's much harder for them to lattice you suddenly if Ursa is not on the battlefield, right? Suddenly LED isn't producing 4 mana, baubles aren't Moxes, Tajin. I feel like I know what that card does, but maybe I don't. Am I spelling it wrong? Oh. Oh, this thing, yeah. That's two. That's no, I think that's probably bad. Because it doesn't kill. I guess it's like. Since it puts counters, it does actually stop Dreadhorde Arcanist, which is kind of funny. Yeah. So I guess it's like it does effectively kill a Delver. It makes a Delver a 1/1 when it's flipped. And then it makes an Arcanist useless. So I guess that's okay against Delver. I don't know if you have an abundance of black cards, though. I think the thing with Goblins, like, you see no other red deck plays Pyrokinesis except maybe Painter sometimes, because Goblins is really good at getting cards into its hand, and almost all the cards are red. But even with that, there are still times where I run out of red cards to pitch. So you might run into pitch issues. I think I've run into this deck, or this card, out of Manaless Dredge. That's where I've seen it before. Scars of the Veteran. Is Plague Engineer not worth it? In Goblins? No. I don't like black non-goblin cards in this deck. too hard to cast, and also we have tools that are similar enough to Plague Engineer to approximate it in most matchups. Any other questions for me? Let's see who's streaming. Some Paper Legacy. I'm trying to keep my mic in the same spot and I keep moving it. I feel like this is the optimal space for my mic, but how do I draw better? JP, are you still playing are you still playing Cabal Therapy main? Because I think you should stop doing that if you are. Like, honestly, just give my list a shot. I'm pretty happy. I think this list is pretty consistent and good. Croc is still must in 75, yes. Worst matchup is Turbo Depths. And then it comes in versus Snow, comes in versus Reanimator, comes against Sneak and Show. Croc is very versatile. Also Ninjas, also, like, I don't know, so many decks. Yeah, JPR, you should get, I'm really happy with this list. I think you should definitely give it a shot. Like, I watched your last VOD and you do get pretty unlucky, but there were a couple instances where I was like, if this Cabal Therapy was like another card, you'd be in a much better spot. Because Blind Therapy on Moto is just so tricky, because it's just like, you just like put yourself down a card a lot of the time on the first cast early in the game. Consider Loyalist with your Piledrivers? No. Consider Piledriver. So in most matchups, we want to play Control, right? This is a removal deck. And then Legion Loyalist is just gonna be a Raging Goblin a high enough percentage of the time that I would never want it in this deck. And also Plague Engineer. Just it's very popular. I would not want to add another X1 to the list. Anyone streaming Legacy? Pioneer. Lurin. '90s. Yeah, I think I'm sending you guys over to 90s MCG Paper Legacy. Yeah. All right, appreciate everyone. Check out the YouTube channel if you haven't subscribed there already. Follow me on Twitch. Follow me on Twitter @GoblinLucky1. Check out the Patreon if you're interested in that. See you guys next time.